Good morning, Prairie Dogs, and happy Monday morning. And want to say welcome back. I hope everyone had enough rest and a break and everyone's ready to work. So let's go ahead and jump right into our announcements by starting. Yes, it is Monday and it is marvelous. Remember, all Mondays are marvelous here at Pioneer, so don't forget to wear your Marvel gear on Mondays. And it is marvelous to see each of you guys today since we've been gone for break. So don't forget, Mondays are marvelous here at Pioneer. Now, if we could have everyone stand so that we can go over the Pledge of Allegiance together. Remember, hats and hoods off, right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All righty, Prairie Dogs, go ahead and have a seat and we can finish up our announcements. Now, February, we recognized Black History Month, and we got to learn some more about some different important contributors. Now, remember, with Black History Month, we were looking at celebrating different cultures, being fair and kind to everyone, and finding our superpowers. And for this week, we would like to recognize Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson. She was made history as being our first Black woman that was ever appointed to the U.S. Supreme Court. She worked hard, and as a young woman, she loved the law and set her sights on Harvard University. After being discouraged by a high school guidance counselor, Jackson not only graduated magna cum laude from the university, and for all of us, that means that she graduated at the very top with some of the highest grades from university, but went on to attend Harvard Law School and served as editor of the Harvard Law Review. So we wanted to recognize her hard work, that she made it to the Supreme Court and being the first Black woman appointed to the U.S. Supreme Court. So this week we recognize Miss Ketanji Brown Jackson, and not only for being an important Black woman, but for being a woman. And so that transitions us right into our March, which is Women's History Month. And so like what we've done for Black History Month is during Women's History Month, we'll celebrate the countless women who have fought tirelessly and courageously for equality, justice, and opportunity in our nation. We also reaffirm our commitment to advancing rights and opportunities for women and girls in the United States and around the world. So we wanted to recognize Miss Ketanji Brown Jackson, not only for being recognized for Black History Month, but also as an important woman in U.S. history. So again, we celebrate her this week. Now, also in March, you do not want to miss school and you do not want to not be on time, because you never know when we're going to have an attendance blitz day, in which we will do a drawing including all students that are on time and present on our secret surprise days. We will have a few throughout the month of March, so make sure that you're here every day and on time so that you can win one of those prizes. And we do have the LPAC going on, so we will have a big part of our test coming up in just a couple weeks, but we do have students that have begun the speaking portions of the LPAC, so we wanted to make sure to tell everybody to do their best when they're pulled in for their testing and make sure that you continue to work hard. Now, we will be going over these in your classes today, but you'll be going over the rules again. So remember, make sure that you're bringing your best self to the playground and throughout the day with your behaviors and expectations. So we'll be going over this video again, just as a reminder of what is expected while you're on the playground. Now, again, with cafeteria, we want to remind you that when you're in the cafeteria, make sure that you're using your inside voice, you're walking, you're remaining seated, and you're throwing away your trash. Remember, again, walking is for your safety, and we want to make sure that you remain seated while you're eating so that you don't get up and walk around and start to choke. So remember, make sure that you're following the cafeteria behaviors and expectations. And as always, now, what we need to do is, I've had a lot of questions. Are we not allowed to drink primes? No, what this information here is sharing is that if you cannot finish it in the cafeteria during lunch, then it needs to stay home or in your bags. We do not want any eating outside of the cafeteria or the classroom with your teacher. And again, it's for your safety, it's for that health and hygiene, and then we don't want our campus looking like a mess. So make sure that you continue to eat your food only in the cafeteria or in the classroom with your teacher's permission. And again, we had a little bit of struggle before we went on break, and this is a reminder that there are no games in which you have to hit another person or put your hands on another person. Remember to keep your hands and your feet to yourself at all times. We should not have anybody putting their hands on the back of someone's head or neck as a game. Remember, not keeping your hands to yourself is not a game that is played at Pioneer, so we want to continue to keep our hands and our feet to ourselves so that we remain safe. And as after-school pickup, as a reminder for all of our students and our families, please make sure that we are working together. When we work together, we've seen that we can really make our pickup lines go real smooth for our students and for our families alone. And most important thing is the safety of everyone involved. So please make sure to follow the directions that are given at the pickup and drop-off so that we can make sure that our students are safe and we're working together to make it go as quickly as possible, but more important is the safety of all of our students. And we want to say thank you to all of our families and our students for helping us with this. Now, Moana, we are excited. This is the district play week. So us as a school will be going to see the play together on Wednesday morning after the bell. We'll be going to the Merced Theater together on our buses, and then we'll be returning to Pioneer at approximately 11:45. Now, families, there is a parent square that will be going out Tuesday, just as a reminder for any appointments or anything that you might have scheduled for Wednesday. But on Wednesday, we will be going and watching our peers from Pioneer, as well as Farmdale and Weaver, putting on a wonderful production. So let's make sure that when we're there, we are being a very attentive and excellent audience. All right, in our band schedule, just like always, Monday and Thursday, we'll have our trumpets and trombones. Tuesday, we have our clarinets and saxophones. Wednesday, flute and percussion. And then those two groups come together on Friday with clarinet, saxophones, flutes, and percussion on Friday. Make sure you're bringing your equipment every day. And don't forget to practice, practice, practice. And because we did just come back from break, we do not have an early release this week. And so please don't forget, there is no early release this Wednesday. But on Friday, we will be having an indoor flagpole in which Miss Johnson's class will be helping us lead us in the flag salute over the announcements. And then we'll have our president and vice president, Miss Christina and Azucena, lead us in our announcements. And also on Friday, we are very excited in the afternoon to have Corey the Dribbler come and share a special message with us as we launch our March Madness tournament that will be beginning next week. So we're excited for that message, and we're also excited that Corey the Dribbler will also be sharing that message with our sister school over at Farmdale. So he has a great message, and we can't wait for that to be shared with our 4th and 5th grade students Friday afternoon. And like that, our March Madness tournament will begin next week. And so there's more information that will be coming to your classroom. But really, this March Madness is so that we continue to have fun. We're building relationships and competition. But the most important thing is that we show that good sportsmanship and working together. So we look forward to that beginning next week, Prairie Dogs. And our pause room tip of the week goes right in line with that. So thank you, Miss Mooningham, for giving us our pause room tip of the week, which is sportsmanship. Sportsmanship is when people who are playing or watching a sport treat each other with respect. It is following the rules of the game and playing fair. So Miss Mooningham did find us a video and shows some examples of students being a good sport and not being a good sport. Now, we do have just a partial here, but teachers, I will be sharing this slideshow so that if you would like, you can show the full video, which is about 6 to 7 minutes long, and it gives more examples on how to be a good sport. So stay tuned for being a good sport.
Check me. I hate losing! Now let's see what a good sport would do. Check me. Hey, you won. Good game. Want to play again? was much better. Now let's see Rashane being a poor sport.
GS team is in the lead. If you guys catch this, then you win. If you drop it, then GS team wins.
Yay!
Okay, dude, you got this. No pressure. All right, you ready? Here it comes! You couldn't do a simple thing, you loser. You made us lose.
Gosh, that was awful. Now let's see what a good sport would do.
Gosh, are you okay? I dropped the ball and I lost the game. It's okay, as long as you're okay. You alright?
Yeah.
So hopefully with that video, we saw some ideas of how we can change from being a bad sport to a good sport. Now, just as a reminder as well, so some tips for good sportsmanship. If you lose, don't get upset. Don't use bad language or make excuses. Instead, congratulate the winner and be happy for the winning team. And don't get mad at your teammates if they make a mistake. You shouldn't want someone to do that to you. So make sure you treat others the way you would by saying good shot or nice try. Getting angry does not help. Be a good winner. Bragging or celebrating too much can make others feel even worse about losing. So make sure to look for opportunities to pick your opponent up and congratulate them on a nice competition. And then make sure to help those who have difficulties playing the game. You can teach them the skills they need to get better instead of putting them down. So thank you to Miss Mooneyham for putting this together for our Pause Room tip of the week being on sportsmanship as we roll right into our March Madness tournament for the month of March. And we also will be having track and field tryouts that will be beginning next week. And so teachers, I have included a link here that, again, if you'd like to show your students, this goes a little bit more about the different events that students can try out for track and field, but you will try out based on your birthday. So there's more information here below. Make sure that you look at, again, your birth date for your day of a tryout. And remember, this is open to 4th and 5th graders only. And our quote of the week goes right along with that. And again, this is from Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson. And she says, you can't always expect to be the smartest person in the room, but you can promise to be the hardest working. And I think that goes not only with being smart, but about working hard and making sure that you're maybe the not most talented person on the court, but you can promise to be the hardest working. So I really like that quote. Doesn't matter with where you're at. It matters what the effort is you're going to put in to make sure that you become who you want to be. So thank you for our quote of the week this week from Miss Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson. Don't forget, we still have our spirit wear for sale in the office. Kid size is $10, adult size is $15. And you can still purchase your yearbooks by either going online or coming into the school office and asking for Miss Angela for more information. We wanted to say a big thank you to Mix Bakery. If you have not been there to enjoy their delicious baked goods, I encourage everyone to do so. But we wanted to say thank you for Mix Bakery celebrating all of our staff before the Valentine's Day and bringing cupcakes in for everyone. We also want to not only give them a shout out for treating all of us so special here at Pioneer, but they also are part of a fundraiser that will be going on for the Weaver Music Boosters that will be taking place on March 6th. So make sure to go there and support them on that day for the band booster, for the music boosters, but make sure to go and celebrate anything that you need with some of their amazing baked goods over at Mix Bakery. So thank you again for supporting us here at Pioneer. Let's not forget, Prairie Dogs, we always have a choice when we're making decisions. And the choice we should take is the peace path by making sure that if we have a disagreement, we have the option to talk it out, walk away, make a new friend, and get help. But again, remember, nowhere on the peace path does it say use our hands on another student. And let's make sure that we continue with our positive plan by being present at school, always kind, working hard, and being successful prairie dogs. All right, we had a lot of announcements, but we have a lot of awesome things going on in the month of March, so make sure that you're working hard and being on your best behavior. Let's make sure we're making a great week, prairie dogs, and remember, each one of you is great. Just allow yourselves to be. Let's make sure to hold on for this week's birthday announcements.